During my district work period, I was able to tour the Citrus County Emergency Response Center under the direction of Sheriff David Vincent and see firsthand how FirstNet is facilitating life-saving operations for my constituents, but all over the state of Florida. The sheriff highlighted how FirstNet has advanced, it's really enhanced officer safety and response time. Specifically, the increased connectivity has allowed his deputies to be able to upload body cam footage from within their vehicles, as opposed to having to drive to a separate location to upload. So, Mr. Newton, I have a question. From your experience, what can you say about response times and information sharing among emergency personnel pre versus post FirstNet implementation?
Thank you for the question. What we have seen primarily has been historically, if we had a call for you, we would call you on a land mobile radio and tell you over voice, this is where your call is, this is the address, these are the conditions that are occurring. And that's if everything worked fine and the weather's great and the radio transmission went through. Now, that police officer, that sheriff's deputy, that paramedic have a terminal in their car that oftentimes we don't even have to say the words. The call gets sent to them digitally. The information is there. The chance for us to give you an address incorrectly is taken off of the table. And then the rich content, if we have video, if we have files associated, if we have a history associated with an address, all of those things are then part of this ecosystem that this responder is now working in. And that is the most significant change that we've seen, that the rich data that they immediately have access to.
Thank you very much. Next question. Every so often we hear about the 911 outages impacting communities. Just in July, a 911 outage affected 6 Florida counties, including Citrus and Pasco County, which I represent. Ultimately, in this instance, the outage was due to an inadvertently cut cable. However, it raises questions about emergency operation, redundancy, and security. So, Mr. Newton, again, what procedures do you have in place in the event of a 911 outage? And what are your recommendations for ensuring continuity of 911 services that would help prevent the frequency of these outages around the country?
The biggest threat to any 911 system is a backhoe. What we implement in 911 centers across North Carolina, ideally, is a disparate pathway. So physically comes in at a different angle from a different street, if possible, for fiber lines or any of our backup lines. And in some cases, that's not. We discussed in Western North Carolina, sometimes you only have one path, or that last mile may be shared by 2 different carriers coming in, but then they share that last mile to your building, your physical structure, and that is at risk. One of the projects that North Carolina is working on now is an AT&T FirstNet additional backhaul, where an additional AVPN or AT&T virtual private network that is solely over FirstNet. It takes advantage of the security of the core of FirstNet, and it becomes a wireless, at least is immune to the backhoe, that will guarantee that we still have at least one more pathway into that 911 center to provide telephony, to provide data.
Thank you for that. Dr. Fonts, looking forward to the future, we must. We have a number of hearings, we've had a number of hearings in this committee on AI. How do you envision AI being utilized to enhance emergency response in the future, and how can Congress help to make that a reality? Dr. Fonts, please.
Thank you for that question. I am a real strong believer in any new technology. AI is that. I think in the 911 field right now, it's early. It's an early entrant. But looking to the future, to your question, I think AI can do a lot to enhance the information coming into the 911 center and ultimately distributed to those who are the field responders. You can do simultaneous translations. You may be able to assess the situational awareness by factors that the human eye or the human ear cannot detect so easily. that would allow that 911 professional to perhaps follow up with more specific questions. Being able to garner that information is critically important to make sure that our field responders are fully prepared for the situation that they're going to participate in.
Makes sense. I appreciate it very much, and I yield back, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.